Um, yeah. When I send an email to those in law enforcement, right, and I document a crime, and you say, well, we have to do it. It's noble of you, yes, to think that your court orders cannot be removed. But when you use forgeries to issue court orders, Brent, yeah, I'm not motioning the court to have it removed, yes, or modified. Now, when you issued a dissolution of marriage without any proof of service, yeah, I'm not motioning the court, yes. And when you didn't serve me the dissolution of marriage, I'm not motioning the court, yes. Now, you suspended the Constitution of the United States for your very, very noble cause, yes, of protecting women and children. But I've heard what Y had to say. Yes. See, the Nazi way of doing things is you make it sound like that you're protecting society and the community. And we have to do this. It's for the good of the community that we're doing this. Yes. We don't talk about it, yes, but it's better for them that they don't know because what we're doing is good for the community. Yes. But it is never good for the community to violate the laws and suspend the Constitution. Now, I explained to the police department, the sheriff's department, Bill, yeah, that if you have been employing the dog that looks like you, yes, because they are, they're Nazis, pooch. There's something that originated from World War II, yes, and they've been here for a long time, and in their minds, yes, they think they own the county. They don't. They don't. No. See, come to find out, yes, your economic system of you do what I say because I pay, yes, was based upon the premise that you become the money, yes, and no one could see what you were doing. Now they do. And since I see what you're doing, you're going to enforce the laws and you're going to support and defend the Constitution. Now, the sooner you do that, yes, the sooner it is, that you, well, this community, yes, and to a larger extent, yeah, much of what the United States has experienced, yes, was the result of some experimentation that took place in World War II. See, well, the Bitch and Buchenwald, the individuals that went to the gas chambers, yeah, those that were in the Dresden or the other locations where they had concentration camps, yeah, some of the individuals in the Nazi camp wanted to see the effect of different kinds of technology. And one of those was electricity. They had that back in World War II. Yes. And then they found out they could sew it in. Yes. And then they found out they could refine it. Yes. And then they found out about various other technologies that could cause a tremendous amount of pain. Yes. To the individual. Yes. But you could not see it. So, right now. So it wasn't there. Now, the pain was real, yes, and you wanted to say that the prisoner of war was delusional, yes, for the pain that they were experiencing. But if you ever really been electrocuted before, yes, because I have, yes, it does hurt a lot when you're electrocuted. And they had no concern of the humanity of the individuals that they had as prisoners, yes. Now, the United States of America is a little different. During that time, yes, they were not supportive of the Nazi experimentation on the population. Yes. Then a few individuals later on after World War II, yes, I would say after Vietnam, though there was some experimentation, they decided to use some top secret intelligence to find out the effects of different type of technology. Yeah, they did. Now, let's talk about the environment. We are going to be concerned about this, and this is the Resource Handbook 2019-20. Yes. They have what's known as trade shows, environmental laws, various types of research centers and associations. Now, I'm very much an environmentalist. I like the idea of really hot garbage underneath the ground being a molten mass of degrading material so it becomes mulch. Now, I spent some more time thinking about some of my innovations, garbage companies. these landfills that we fill, yeah, and then we put sand and dirt over the garbage. Yes. It's kind of cold down there, isn't it? I know there's a permafrost, and you say, well, why isn't it molten? Yeah, why isn't it degrading? Yes. But moisture content and heat, yes, can cause flames to happen. An example would be I was working with a painter a long time ago, and he left a whole bunch of paint rags in a pile. Yes, and then there was some grass clippings. Yes, in a garbage bag. Well, the sun heated up those grass clippings. Yes, caught fire. Yes, and then caught, from what I understand, yes, the paint rags on fire and burnt down part of the house. Now, let's say you have this mound of grass, right? It's got sunshine, it's got heat, yes, it has moisture content, yes. It has been found that it will itself combust, yes, causing it to burn up. Yeah. Now, if you have the right temperature of steam so as to cause this type of heating effect, yes, the plastic products and the other perishable items in the garbage, there might be a combustion that takes place where it kind of has its own little furnace going on, so it reduces the amount of land necessary for garbage. Now, for any government agency, and why don't we get all those? Look at the state of Montana Butte Advisory Council. Why don't we call the state director Jamie Cannell? Yeah. And I'd say, Jamie, yes, the state of Montana is going to buy a large number of innovations from me because they're going to modify all their garbage trucks. When you put it on the top of it, yes. You ever seen a garbage truck before? No. Yeah. You could just weld it on there. In fact, I could glue it on the top of it. It's a water tank with approximately 100 gallons of water. It doesn't take a lot. And a little HHO gas generator that runs off the battery. Now, when you think about Montana, they're going to buy everything I have to sell. In fact, give me all of Montana right now because I want those in Montana.